Hi everyone, in this video I want to talk about work-life integration and balance in a sense, and talk about like the different myths that are in the space and what actually does it mean to have that work-life balance and integration. So with that being said, this video is for you if you're an online service provider or a health professional that does have a high-ticket coaching and you're trying to scale to 6 figures and 7 figures and beyond. Now this video is not for you if you're here looking for fast, quick, entertaining information. It's just purely raw material, educational modules that we have created for our students within our own community that I wanted to share with you. So without further ado, let's dive in and I'll see you in the next one.
All right, let's cover work-life integration instead of work-life balance. And this is something that I definitely wanted to touch point on because there is this idea that you gotta have work-life balance and that work and life are two separate opposing forces that need to be like perfectly balanced and they cannot commingle in any way. But I want you to know that as an entrepreneur, your work is deeply intertwined with your life. So it's your passion, it's your purpose, and it's gonna be a significant part of who you are. So what a lot of entrepreneurs do is that they try to basically have that balance and they try to like separate them. It causes confusion sometimes, it causes a lot of chaos, disharmony, but instead I want you to focus on work-life integration. And this is where different areas of your life support and even enhance each other. So what does work-life integration means? It basically means designing your life and business so that they can complement each other, aligning your personal values with your professional goals, which is going to create harmony instead of competition between the two. And what does that look like for you? It means building a business that supports your desired lifestyle, using flexibility to incorporate personal priorities into your schedule. So that means you need to have time for self-care, for meeting up with friends or family members. It's not all about work as you're trying to build this 6-figure practice. Finding fulfillment in both your work and personal life rather than feeling you must sacrifice one for the other, because you do not. Like one example that I have about this that's gonna like really help open your mind. A lot of content creators, when they start in the beginning, they're like, oh my god, I have to set time aside for content, and it's so frustrating. We've never made content before, and now I have to now make all these videos. It's too much. But the way I look at content is that content is my everyday life. Like I walk, that's a piece of content. I have food, that's a piece of content. Your food takes you about 15 minutes to eat. Whereas content, you can take 10 seconds of that time that you're dedicating for that 15 minutes of eating period to just create like a 10-second B-roll. It's when you start to separate your work from your life, that is when problems arise. Whereas if you try to kind of integrate the two of them together, that is where you can be successful and less confused and everything would flow seamlessly. So this is going to be an entrepreneur's approach to integration. Achieving work-life balance requires obviously intention and a willingness to adapt. And here's how to do it. Number 1, define what matters most. When you understand your core values and priorities, like what brings you the most fulfillment in your life, what are the non-negotiables in your business, then you can understand that your schedule is reflecting what's truly important to you. Like I personally have some personal non-negotiables that I would never sacrifice, even if business needs me the most. And same thing with business. There are some stuff that I truly stick to it, even if some stuff is going on in personal. So you just got to understand your core values and priorities, and based off of that, you can create a schedule that works best. Number 2, create a flexible schedule. Leverage the flexibility of an entrepreneurship. You're an entrepreneur, you're not working a 9 to 5 here, and you can design a schedule that fits your life, that works for you, instead of you working around your schedule. You can ask me, how do I do that, Mel? You just got to block out time. Honestly, time blocking has been the biggest blessing in my personal life, and I know some people are like, that's so cheesy, like it doesn't work. It does work. When you block out time for family, for hobbies, for self-care alongside your work commitment, that is how you have work-life integration. So for example, if mornings when you are most focused, schedule your deep work and then reserve afternoons for personal activities or for your execution. Maybe in the mornings you're not so focused, like maybe your focus comes later in the afternoon. Just do whatever that works best for you. There is no cookie cutter approach, no one size fits all. You just got to understand your body, your mental state, and go with that. Number 3, set boundaries. If you don't have clear boundaries, your work can easily bleed into every aspect of your life. So when you have the time boundaries, you decide when you start and you decide when you stop working each day. And if you have like alarms or reminders, that helps you to understand, okay, like now I should be finishing this task, or now I should be sending my end of day report, whatever that it is. And you can have physical boundaries, like you can create create a dedicated workspace that allows you to leave work mentally when you step away. Like for me, I have a separate room dedicated as an office, and I do not bring anything office related outside of that room. Now, this may not be something that you can do, and that's totally fine, but just understand that within that dedicated workspace that you have for work, when you step out of it, do not think about it, do not talk about it, unless, you're making a piece of content or whatever that is that you're doing. Like, you just gotta set some boundaries that works for you. For me, my boundaries are a bit different. Like for me, I sometimes carry my work throughout the rest of my day because I understand, if I'm having dinner and the dinner looks good, I do want that to be a piece of content for work or whatever that it is. So basically, understand your boundaries. Number 4, leverage technology wisely. And this is how you can enhance your integration and not disrupt it. When you automate your tasks, when you schedule your social media, or you use apps to manage your calendar, this is going to be so helpful. And we will be covering a bunch of those in the admins and marketing section of our mentorship, so you don't need to worry about that too much. But at the same time, you got to set limits on the notifications during your personal time. So for example, when I'm doing deep work, my phone is always on do not disturb. Actually, my phone is always on silent ever since I started my entrepreneurship journey, because I get a lot of notifications and they can be distracting, and if anything, they sometimes even affect my heartbeats, and I don't want to hear that ding ding of my phone constantly. So just do whatever that works best for you. Like whenever I'm done recording, I take my phone off of do not disturb. Other times I do get text messages. There are some mentors out there who are like, put your phone on grayscale. I can't do that. I enjoy seeing colors, but basically see how you can make technology work for you and help you become more productive and a high performing entrepreneur. Next up, align your personal and professional goals. So when your business and when your personal goals align, for example, if your family time is a priority, then go ahead and design a model that lets you work fewer evenings or weekends. If travel refreshes you, we're going to help you find a way to operate your online practice with wherever you're at. When your business supports your personal aspiration, then your work is going to feel less like a competing force and more like a natural extension of your life. And when you don't feel like you're going to work, there is less likely chance of you burning out from the work that you're doing. And because you're going to be doing so many new things, burnouts, it could happen. So it's really important to protect your time and make sure that you are feeling good and aligned with your work. And next up, recognizing the seasons of life. So this doesn't mean every day or week looks the same. It's just like doing the same thing over and over again. There's going to be seasons where your work demands more of your time and energy, and other times where your personal life takes more of a precedence. The key is to remain adaptable and make sure that neither side is neglected long term. And how do you do that? You do it by communicating with your loved ones. So share your goals with your family or friends so they understand your commitment, share your challenges. And if they are supportive, great. If they're not supportive, I tend to not talk about the work to the family members that aren't necessarily supportive, because I need that supportive environment in order to thrive. And later on, once they see that what I'm doing, it is beneficial and it is an all-around win-win situation, they come around too, typically. But usually I do have a pretty supportive circle of friends and family members. Number 2, take breaks without feeling guilty. So breaks are not a luxury. They're essential for maintaining energy and clarity. And this is where you have to schedule your time off, whether it's like a 10-minute walk around the block or a week-long vacation, whatever that it is. Know that it's not like a luxury. Don't feel guilty. When you reset yourself, you're going to become a better entrepreneur for your business, and you can make even more money. So I've personally experienced this over and over the years, because I live between California and Nevada, and in Nevada I am so focused. I work all the time. In California, my life takes a bit more precedence than work, and I've seen it over. Because I take more breaks when I'm in Cali, my body resets, and as a result, my business always makes more money during the time that I'm in California. Number 3, celebrate small wins together. So this is where you can involve your loved ones, mentors, community, celebrate those milestones, whether it's personal or professional. And this is where it just simply reinforces the idea that your life and your business, both of them are interconnected. And the more you celebrate the wins, the more your brain is like, oh wow, I got this, I can do this, I can do anything. And 4, adapt a long-term view. So work-life integration is a marathon. It's not a sprint, and this is where you gotta evaluate your integration regularly and make adjustments as needed. And this is where, by incorporating a work-life integration instead of work-life balance, you are empowered to lead a life where your work supports your happiness and personal personal fulfillment can fuel your professional drive. So when you do this, you can create that sustainable, amazing, fulfilling journey as an entrepreneur. I hope this was eye-opening, and I will see you in the next module.